Hello everyone, welcome back to Hey Blue. My name is Bryce. I am your crew chief. Today we're going to be going over the 4-umpire system. Check out my video I did the other day about the 2-umpire system and its rotations. Today we're checking out the 4. As you can see here on our diagram, the home plate umpire and the first base umpire are in the exact same positions as the 2-man system and the 2-umpire system when there are no runners on the bag. So U1 and U2 are in the same positions. This, for both positions, which I forgot to mention in my other video, the U2's position with no one on bag is about 6 to 10 feet behind the bag in foul territory. So roughly, probably about there. Now, the second base umpire, their position with no one on bag is behind second base, several feet into the outfield grass, or in the shadow of the third base, which is aligning themselves with first, second base, and a little bit into the outfield. In case there's a base hit or an extra base hit, they can see whether the runner or the fielder is pulled off the bag. And with no runners on the base, the third base umpire is going to be doing the exact same thing that the first umpire is doing. So again, 6 to 10 feet behind the bag and in foul territory. So let's go into some situations that could happen here. Of course, there could be a ground ball to the third, shortstop, second, or first baseman, pitcher, catcher, that are all very simple plays to one. Let's go over some of those. So let's say we have a ground ball to the third baseman, and it's a very easy throw to one. So, what the first base umpire is going to be doing, the same thing we would do in the 2-man system, or the 2-umpire system. You would run to about 90 degrees on the bag where you can see the corner here. You can see this angle here, so that you'll be able to tell whether the ball is caught first or the bag is touched by the runner first. But in this system, that is not the first base umpire's only responsibility while no runners are on the bag. If there's a fly ball that sends the right fielder to his or her left, so this way, the right fielder is going this way, it is the first base umpire's job to say, I'm going out, I got the call, anything like that, to make it known that you here are going to be making the catch, no catch, fair, foul call. So after you've made your call, I'm going out, you run up, you're going to straddle the fair foul line. Like I said before, you're going to stop, plant your feet, and watch the play. Is it caught? If yes, we have an out. Another thing we may be looking for as a first base umpire is a fly foul ball that maybe was going fair, it could have barely been fair, and then it goes foul. We're not out of the woods just yet as first base umpires. We are once again have to tell our partners that, hey, I got the call, I'm going out. Again, whatever you say, vocalize it, make it known, so that we don't have 2 umpires making the same call. That's the one thing you don't want. So, when this happens, when it's a foul ball, you're not going to straddle the line here. You are going to make your way sideways. I'm going to interject through my lovely 2 here. Go sideways, go up, till you're probably in line with the right fielder, let's say. Again, you're going to plant your feet and watch. Is the ball caught? Yeah, we have an out, right? You're right, but we forgot one more thing before that. We have to signal if it's fair or foul. So, if it's a foul ball and it's caught in foul territory and it's an out, we don't throw our hands up in the air saying, foul, foul ball, we have an out. We point into foul territory silently, the same way we would do with a fair ball. We point, we make the signal. You can say, You can say, you point, and you can say out, say catch. Just point into foul territory, don't say foul, and make the out signal. But if this ball were to drop, let's just say right there. There's the ball, right there. No one caught it. Foul ball. Hands in the air, make it known. Foul. One more rotation that the first base umpire might do is go home. And that's on a routine play, and I'll explain that to you now. So, the outfield in the 4-umpire system is spread like this. Something like that. Roughly that, okay? This area belongs to the second base umpire. So, I'll just, of course, let that be known. So that's U3, second base umpire. This area is the first base umpire. And this area is the third base umpire. All of these umpires have jurisdiction, I'll say, in these areas for foul balls, roughly. If it's on the line, that's like when I said before, you have to make it known when you're going out and when you're not. Because we could have the second base umpire and the first base umpire going up. Ball hit in this area, roughly here. It's technically the second base umpire's job to get that, but hey, that's close enough. It could be the first bases. They both start going out. They both go out. Well, okay, we're definitely gonna have an umpire there. We're not gonna have two guys or two people shrugging their shoulders saying, I don't know if I'm gonna go out. We're gonna have an umpire there, but then these two bases are left empty for umpires. There needs to be an umpire at the base. So, like I said, you have to make it known that you're going out. So, once you've let it be known, let's say the second base umpire, I'm going out, I'm going for the call, they run out. So, when that happens, third base umpire runs up to second base, home plate umpire runs up to third base, and as a first base umpire, you're going to want to trot. What I do, this is me personally, I trot, kind of jog down until I see the base runner touch the bag, and then I run. I don't, trot was the wrong word. I don't dilly-dally. I jog with intention. Once I see that this bag has been touched, I hustle right down to home plate. And when a first base umpire goes out for a call in the outfield or in foul territory, the other umpire is going to want to rotate so that no base is left empty. So, ball hit to right field. First base umpire, you saying, I got it, I'm going out, I'm making the call. They go out, plant their feet, ready for the call. When this happens, the home plate umpire is going to hustle, always hustle as an umpire, down to first base, watching, well, not down, that's silly me. They're going to come out around the runner and follow the base runner up to first. They no longer need to go up to second and third like they would in the two umpire system, because we have the second and third base umpires here. But when the second base umpire goes out, we need to have the home plate umpire coming up. As a second base umpire, the most rotations that you'll be doing is going out for fly balls in center field or center left or center right field. Those are the most rotations you'll be doing, having to drastically move. The other rotations could be, there's a ball hitting to right field. The runner making their way up. touch first base, making their way down here, and you don't want to be here, you're going to want to, come around, get the angle, corner, front, place yourself here, so you can see the tag of the runner touching the base, or the fielder tagging the runner to make the out. You can see that. You can call them out. You can call them safe. You can call them whatever the play dictates. That is most of the rotation that you'll be making as a second base umpire. Now, as a third base umpire, you will be, of course, going out for fair foul balls in the left field. So if there is same with the first base umpire, there is a ball hit right about there, you're gonna make your way. There we go. Make your way out, up, align yourself roughly with the third baseman, left fielder. Plant your feet. Watch the play. Is it caught? Point foul. Make the out sign. Is it dropped? Foul ball. And then, of course, once again, if you have have a fly ball that's absolutely gonna be foul, it's within your jurisdiction, you're gonna say, I'm going out, I got the call. So for the second base umpire, when there's a runner on first, this is the exact same as runner on first and second. The outfield is now split into first base umpire and third base umpire. And you can see here that there are two different options for the second base umpire, whether they stay on the shortstop side or the second baseman side. And that is all up to personal preference, whether you're comfortable on which side, or if you want to do it exactly by the book, which hand pitcher you have. If you have a left-handed pitcher, you're going to be on the second baseman side. If you have a right-handed pitcher, you're going to be on the shortstop side. So in this situation, of course, with runners on one, let's say fly ball in this area here, first base umpire going to go out. That's when the third base umpire, from where they are about 10 feet back, I'll move this back to be roughly more accurate. That's roughly more accurate. This umpire comes in roughly about there and then stops analyzing the play. The second base umpire will, stay where they are, analyze whether is this guy gonna stay here if the ball is caught? Is he gonna run? And he's mostly gonna run because he has to if the ball is dropped. So he's gonna stand here. So wherever they are, whether you're here, you're gonna look this way, watch this runner come up to the bag, and you're gonna watch the play and watch the batter runner who hit the ball come up and touch first. When there is a fly ball out to left field where it is the third base umpire's priority, they're going to go out. Of course, I'm not gonna say. Last time I'm gonna say it. I swear. I'm sorry. You're gonna say that they're going out. The ball isn't caught. The home plate umpire will make their way down. They will either choose to go outside or inside the fair foul line. That is a very crude drawing. I'm sorry about that. The second base umpire will be watching second base, so they'll do a little pivot and watch second base. The first base umpire will be making sure that the batter runner touches first base, then covering home plate, while home plate umpire covers third. I'm just gonna bring up the fact that having R1 with R1 and R3, all the rotations, when they're both on, when there's a runner on first and the runner on third, these rotations are, they're the same. They're gonna be roughly the same, so I wouldn't worry about mixing them up. as well as having runners on first and second, they're almost the same. There's going to be a little positioning difference that's really just up to your due diligence or your comfort level as a first base umpire. They're generically the same. They're pretty much the same. The only big thing that's happening with a runner on first and third, so R3 and R1, is that when umpire 2 or umpire 4 go out for a ball, the home plate umpire doesn't go for them. The second base umpire covers for the bag that is absent. So with a runner on 2 and a fly ball to right field, we'll say. I don't feel like using the line tool anymore. The third base umpire will go out. The second base umpire will come into third to make sure that they, cover the base. And the first base umpire, if there is nobody on, they will be coming down doing what they would normally do in a 2-umpire system, doing their pivot and taking the runner up. That is if the ball is not caught. If the ball... I apologize. That's if the ball is caught. If the ball is not caught, they have the choice of just running straight to second or to run in and do their rotation. Now, if the ball is hit to right field, the first base umpire will go out. The second base umpire will come in and check 1, then they will go back and check 2. And then the third base umpire will come down from where they are here and get ready for any potential plays at third base. So with a runner on third, we go back to the regular, with no runners on, jurisdiction of the outfield. But as you can see here, the second base umpire is going to be probably more around here in the outfield than in the infield, so that they can have access to second base and the outfield. So when there is a fly ball to right field, that is the first base umpire's jurisdiction. The first base umpire will go out, straddle the line. If it's close to being fair, foul. If it's anywhere near here, then just go out and get in your stance, be ready to make the call. While all of that is happening, the second base umpire is running down to first, and the ball is not caught. Then, when that happens, there's no way that this player is going to be going to 2 and make it. So unless it is an absolute bomb that makes it right to the fence, not a whole lot is going to be happening. If that does happen, the second base umpire will be taking them from first base back to second. And whilst all of that is happening, the third base umpire will be coming down and getting in position for a possible throw home or, throw home rundown situation or a throw to third or anything. They just want to get down maybe to about 90 degrees where they can see this corner of the bag here and just get ready for what's ever coming. So for a fly ball to left field, as usual, the third base umpire will be making their way out to make the catch. The second base umpire will be making their way into roughly here to make sure to, watch the runner. The ball is caught here, and since this umpire here is out making the call, they have the out call. This runner is out, the batter runner that's making their way up here. They are out. They're not even worried whatsoever. It's not a huge deal for this umpire to need to instantly get back, because second base umpire is covering third. What I would do in this situation as a third base umpire, I would make my way to 2. We don't need 2 umpires at the same bag. The second base umpire has it. Instead of just standing there awkwardly and waiting for the play to be made, staring, I would jog to 2 and wait for the play to be over. And now we're going to be in the same situation, but where the ball is dropped. Okay, so third base umpire goes out. Second sees, you know what, there's no way that this guy's going to be able to make the catch. So second base umpire comes down and then makes their way. It comes down to here, kind of watches them leave, and then you make your way up here to watch second base, because the batter runner who's making their way around the bases, they weren't called out, so they're going to be, probably if the ball's in this area, they're going to be making their way up to second. And just like last video, I'm going to be ending this one off with an absolute bomb. 450, dead center, no doubt about it, home run. Let's say we have a runner on first and third. So R1, R3, and we have a home run. So, of course, they are all going to be excited. Batter runner. So, third, R3 comes in home. Plate umpire, make sure they touches home. R1 is making their way up second base. U3 makes sure that they touch second base. Makes their way down to third base. U4 makes sure that they touch third base and makes their way down to home plate, and the home plate umpire makes sure they touches home plate. Batter runner comes up to third. First base umpire makes sure that they touch. Come up to first. First base umpire makes sure that they touches first. Make sure second base umpire makes sure that they touches second. Third base umpire makes sure they touch third, and home plate umpire makes sure that they touch home. That is the 4 umpire system. Thank you so much for watching. This is Hey Blue. I'm your crew chief, Bryce. See you all next time.